Hello boys, welcome to Revising English, the digital platform created by the Colegio Peñafort's English department with which we can study from home the contents that we learn in class. With this video, we will study Unit 9. In this unit, we are going to see the ellipsis and substitution and advanced uses of the infinitive. Let's start with the ellipsis. We can leave words out when the meaning is clear without them and also avoid repetition. We often leave out a repeated verb or verb phrase and just repeat the auxiliary or modal verb. For instance, everyone seems to like this music, but I don't. We often use a different auxiliary or modal verb. For instance, I think you should apologize. I already have. We can leave out a repeated infinitive after verbs followed by to plus infinitive. This is known as a reduced infinitive. For instance, I'd love to go to your party, but I'm afraid I won't be able to. We can leave out a whole infinitive after want and like when these are used after the conjunctions when, if, what, and as. For example, come for lunch if you want. Let's talk about substitution. We often substitute a whole positive clause with so after verbs of thinking. For instance, are you going to be home for lunch? I think so. With negative clauses, we use positive verb plus not with assume, guess, hope, and presume. For example, do you think the teacher will let me do the exam again? I guess not. We usually use a negative verb plus so with believe, expect, imagine, and think. For instance, do you think your team will win? I don't expect so. To finish with Unit 9, we're going to talk about the advanced uses of the infinitive. There are certain special cases where we always use the infinitive with to. After only to express a disappointing sequel. For instance, they ran to the station only to discover that the train had already left. We can use the infinitive without only and without any idea of misfortune. For example, I returned home to learn that my mother had purchased a new car. After the first, the second, etc., the last, the only, and some superlatives to replace a relative clause. After nouns and pronouns to show how they can be used or what is to be done with them. For instance, I've got a lot of emails to write. We use to plus adjective or adverb plus infinitive. For example, that jacket is too expensive for me to buy. We use adjective or adverb plus a noun plus infinitive. For instance, we didn't play well enough to win the match. Finally, we use after so plus adjective plus as. For example, that film isn't so interesting as to watch it again. Here we finish with Revising English from Unit 9.